Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. I truly appreciate it. Back with a new Magic the Gathering Arena Standard Best of 1 Mythic Rank Deck Guide. Within the video, we'll break down the deck list of our newest brew, Jund Superfriends, discussing the strategies and synergies held within, moving into our Mythic ranked gameplay footage against the best decks and players literally in the world, to demonstrate exactly how the deck will operate as a whole, as well as within the meta. Of course, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and pack opening, so don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, but most importantly, just kick back, relax, and enjoy today's video. Here we are with Jund Walkers, the newest deck on the block, and Grixis has been a lot of fun to play recently since the bans. Jund has become, more fun for myself to play as a deck builder since the bans. Really opening up a lot of horizons for us that were typically shut in due to the overbearing power of some of these cards. So it is a Super Friends deck. You can see we have Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler, Obnixilis, the adversary, Wrenn and Realmbreaker, and Liliana of the Veil here. 4 different Planeswalkers, all with 3 copies each that have massive synergy throughout the build. So it is a recursion-based deck. We will be utilizing Tyvar's -2 ability, mill 3 cards, then you may return a creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, along with Wrenn and Realmbreaker's -2 ability. Mill 3 cards, you may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. This is quite nice, as it will give us a little bit of card advantage as we progress through the match. Cards that we're looking to bring back from the grave will be the Bloodtithe Harvester. For 2 mana, 3 power, 2 toughness. When it enters, make a blood token. You can tap it to sacrifice it, giving another target creature your opponent controls -X, where X is twice the number of blood tokens that you control at sorcery speed. We have a Cankerbloom for 2 mana as a 3/2 as well. Paying 1, no need to tap it, so it can be done as soon as it enters play. Of course, if you have Tyvar in play, you could activate the Harvester at instant speed as well due to the passive ability. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though they had haste, right? So that's all right, but in case you don't have Tyvar out, that's the difference between these 2 creatures. And then we're going to choose one of 3. Destroying target artifact, destroying target enchantment, or proliferating. So all 3 of these modes are phenomenal. We have 4 different Planeswalkers within the deck. To proliferate would be ridiculous. Then bring it back from the grave, proliferate again. Ayo! So you can see how that's going to end. But of course, it is a nice attacker at 3/2 for 2. And you can control your opponent's artifacts and enchantments, which are around, right? So that's very good alongside the Harvester. With Virus Beetle for 2 mana as a 1 power, 1 toughness artifact creature, when it enters the battlefield, each opponent is going to discard a card, right? Just attacking their hand directly. Now, this can get big payoffs, right? If they're down to like 1 card in hand and it's like Breach of the Multiverse or something, you have hit gold. So I love the Virus Beetle. It's really good to eat down their hand and make sure that you're controlling the match through card value, right? You're going to be drawing while simultaneously having them discard. Is really going to spread the gap between your 2 value bases. And then finally, as I believe one of our last creatures in the deck, the Graph Reaver for 2 mana as a 3 power, 3 toughness with exploit. When it enters the battlefield, if you exploit a creature, which means sacrifice, you'll get to destroy target Planeswalker, right? So this is really nice. And at the beginning of your upkeep, the Reaver is going to deal 1 damage to you, right? So not something that we're running 4 copies of by any means, just 2 copies. Planeswalkers, fairly rare to run into in comparison to the artifacts, enchantments, and creatures, right? So very, very good within the deck. We can bring it back to get down and dirty, and the beetle makes a great sacrifice target as well. So aside from that, 2 more creatures in the deck that aren't really being utilized like the others. The Willow Geist for 1 mana still, has nice synergy within the deck, don't get me wrong. 1/1 with trample. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on the Geist, and then when it dies, you gain life equal to its power. So the sustainability through the life gain, A, is great, but B, the +1/+1 is really easy to achieve because Tyvar, -2 is grabbing us goodies from the grave, as is Wrenn and Realmbreaker's -2. So we can push that Geist up turn after turn, which is really, really nice, right? Furthermore, we can proliferate it because it is +1 counters with Jund and Ichor for 2 mana sorcery speed, moving into our removal now. Target creature gets -4/-4 until the end of turn with, like I said, that proliferate. 2 copies of Gopher Throat, 2 mana instant speed, destroying target non-artifact shielded. Basically, you're going to get the hang of it. The Courier's Briefcase for 2 mana. This is nice because it can give us some additional draw later on. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1, which is cool, and the Briefcase is in play, which can be sacked for mana. It's a treasure. And then we can also pay 5 and tap to sack it and draw 3 cards, which is nice. And I know the mana is there, but Wrenn and Realmbreaker's passive ability, lands you control have tapped to add 1 mana of any color, right? So we can easily do that, bring it back from the grave, do it again. You can see how that's going to work out for us, right? So really, really, really nice stuff here. More removal within Liliana. -2, target player sacrifices a creature. +1, each player discards a card. And -6, separate all permanents target player controls into 2 piles. That player sacrifices all permanents in the pile of their choice. Actually, very easy to do. There's Jund and Ichor. There's the Cankerbloom. She can plus herself as well, which is really, really easy to do. So nice removal within Lily. Wrenn can also animate a land into a 3/3 with Vigilance and Hexproof, as well as Haste. So, helping you, secure some tempo within the match if you want, pushing through. Also acting as a defender for your Planeswalkers, which is nice. Ob Nixilis, for 3 mana, 3 starting loyalty, can sacrifice a creature to have a copy. Non-legendary Ob Nixilis enter play with starting loyalty equal to the sacrificed creature's power. So potentially 2 Ob Nixilises, which is exactly what we're looking to do. +1, each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. If you control a demon or devil, you gain 2 life. -1, create a 1/1 devil. When it dies, deal 1 damage to any target. -2 for that ability. And then -7, target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life. So, we can maybe just kill your opponent with that, or maybe we've got a bunch of life and we can, manage it. But, it's a pretty nice kill shot. And then Tyvar can untap target creature as well to help defend your Planeswalkers. Not too shabby. We quite like that. We've already talked about the -2 bringing mana value 2 or less back. And then finally, would it be a good deck without Shieldred? Well, maybe not. Only using 2 copies, not 3, so give me a break, right? For 4 mana, 4 power, 5 toughness with Death Touch, so a very nice defender for those Planeswalkers. And whenever you draw a card, gain 2 life, so some sustainability against the aggro matchups. And whenever your opponent draws a card, they're going to lose 2 life. So this, coupled with our discard effect of the deck, can really lock them out. Because if they're going to overcome that discard through draw, well, you're going to be punished for it. So this is all very nice for us. The land is super duper consistent within the deck. We've got 2 Proving Grounds, the Gorge, the Waste, the Glade, the Ridge, the Cliffs, all as multicolored land base, which is great. Don't worry about paying life, because once you get Wrenn out, it's going to tap for any mana or any color anyways, which is really, really nice, right? So we also have some utility lands here. Who Endures, Crucible of Defiance, and Abandoned Mire, helping us out when we've got nothing else to do, much like the cycle from the Proving Grounds. That is the deck, 24 land on a 2.3 average mana value with Jund, green, black, and red Super Friends Recursion. Oh my gosh, I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really, really does help. If anything, just slam that like button. It's quick, it's easy, and you're done. But most importantly, like I said, kick back, relax, enjoy today's gameplay footage. We're going to absolutely murder Mythic rank today. Let's go. All right, going first with phenomenal land. Really, really good land. This is what we want it to look like all of the time. If we had a third, that'd be fine too, but, you know, we could briefcase to a Wrenn if we want. And I might. Depends if we draw land or not. Do not like you. We get the land, which means no briefcase needed. Straight into the Hoover. And, well, let's hit for one. Enchantments are very hard to beat. Ooh, get weaved out. So we're gonna have to kill the Weaver. Double ossification is too much to handle. Do we kill them both? Oh my god. Becky, look at that removal. It's just so big.
Let's make it a fight to remember.
It's going to push up, of course, our beloved Willow Geist as well.
I won't let you fall.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Get blasted! When it works, it's just so rewarding. An ossification on Tyvar? I get it. Ooh, little Cali Doodle. And our mana base isn't gonna play Wrenn. Okay. Why didn't we do that first? I'll never know, man. I will never know. We definitely should have done that first. How do you know these things, though? No attacks. And turn. Our worst nightmares, both an ossification and an audacity. Moorland, naturalist. Takes out the opportunity for an ossification, which is good. But most likely is an audacity. I don't see it not being. Really? Oh my gosh, how are we getting this lucky? And this is what this is luck. They always have it. Let's take our turn. Land out. Harvester out. Dunk on Calyx. No protection either. Do we immediately take it or do we leave it? I think we take it. Do a little Milleroni. Harvester's back in play. Oh, but we can't activate it because he's gone. We do push up the Geist, though. Let's keep that mill going. We don't have a land to push out.
I see endless rot and rebirth.
Let's just take confirmed removal with Lily. Push the Geist up even further. No attacks. I'm going to force them to have 2 removals. Right? If I attack, then they just have to remove the Harvester to kill Wrenn. But this way, they'll need to deal with them both. Or, you know, go above them or, you know, something, right? So, 3 cards in hand. Companion's going to use that white source. And they, so foolishly, like I would have as well, you know, already played a land. They should have waited. What if you drew a Plains there, right? Let's take our turn. Lily out.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once it's not my
Lily sacrifice.
Off you go.
Ryan's gonna push up on a land. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Naturalist should just get dunked on as well. But I feel comfortable within this hit for 7 down to 10. And I'll probably cycle this land for Tyvar. B-E-A, beautiful! 4 cards in their hand. Here's the ossification that we're so scared of, always. Taking Wrenn. So we're looking for a Cankerbloom. Tyvar out. Tyvar minus.
Talk about this fight for centuries. We're in this together.
Harvester out. Push up the Willow Geist. Play the land, force the discard. We don't really have, we probably won't have enough mana to play it, right? So let's just eat it, their hand. A big hit for 5, right? And that's pretty cool coming off of a 1/1. Or 1. 2 cards in their hand, and, well, unless it's, oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. I was going to say, unless it's more ossification, we should be good. But even at that, you know, we just give them one of these. Destroy enchantment. On this ossification, let's get our Wrenn back. Then we can animate a land for lethal. Good games. Working really well here. That's quite nice. Pretty sketchy start, but I guess we can keep it. Just looking for 2 black land. No, not you. Oh, wow. Playing against mono black deck again. Hilarious. Turn 1 cut down. Don't worry, it takes them a little bit to boot up the system, right? This is going to be like 15 matches in a row against mono black. Harvester, unless we need to remove a creature, but I'd like to just save Liliana for a Shieldred. Or the Trespasser actually is good too. That kind of sucks. They do take our creature, but whatever. I think it's important that we just take it. Hit for 1.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Another Trespasser. Decent. Force the discard. Toss the Triome. Ooh, we got a creature. Nice. Harvester out with a land. Most likely cycling the blood token. Get this forest out of here. 2 blockers. Should be good. That's fine. We could trade with the Harvester, which would be ideal if there's no cut down. Kill the Skull Dweller, Lily the Trespasser, or do we take the plus? The plus is good, but this is going to draw every single turn. which is brutal. So I definitely need to casualty. One devil, one plus.
Pleasure doing business with you.
We're gonna plus force the discard with Lily. Ooh,
We all have
are we
things
ever
to
glad we did that? Wowzers. And now we're defending. Hopefully they don't top deck removal. They have a double draw. But they do lose life. Another land. Maybe should have kept that to discard, though, right? Unless they top, or have. I don't know if they top decked it or not. Another Obliterator, which would be brutal. Would be very bad. Edict. Let's sacrifice the original Ob. We have blockers, we're fine. Really? All in, baby, let's go. Seems like a good trade. There's no immediate Murex. Oh my gosh, finally it's my turn. Finally, it's my turn. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Cause I find you.
I find you. Going first with, you know, some slower land. It's there. If I'm ever going to play the Proving Grounds, I do like it to be when we are on the play without a 1-drop. Which, you know, we happen to have that scenario in front of us. Harvester on 1. We get that third land for a Wrenn, great. If not, the Cankerbloom. Ooh, we get the land. I might just remove that now while I can. There is no proliferate here. Kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Okay, let's Wrenn. And, you know, at this point, I think we just want to slam through, right? Willow Geist stays back. They are just taking the damage. Very interesting. A block with the companion would have brought the Kami of Transience back. A lossification. What a bummer. That's going to just take Wrenn. Okay. I mean, we can get it back, right? We are sitting on a Cankerbloom, which is really good in the current meta. This is also, you know, gonna happen right now. Hey, we top deck it, you know, so I'm not gonna say no to the heart of the cards. It's spoken, and, you know, we're halfway there, down to 9. Worried about another ossification. Don't say these things out loud. So do we take Wrenn back, or do we take Shouldered back? We We take Wrenn and then Wrenn grabs... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take the Planeswalker back. Animate the land. A really healthy hit. Down to 2. Good game. The land having both Vigilance and Hexproof, I think is phenomenal. Opponent goes first. I'm going to look for better land with a mulligan. Keep 6, toss the bloom. Pretend we're a Rakdos deck that's struggling for land. Whoa, somebody's out for blood. Interesting. Double Kumano? That would be crazy. Bro. Settle down over there. They want to play a creature. Ronan. No blocks, take it. Down to 12. Get minused. Submit their Kumano. And dunk on it? Hopefully it's not a squee. Swift Spear. And for 1. Beetle goes 1 for 1, plus it's a blocker. So unless they toss a land, which I doubt it. Did they double cast to 0 cards in hand? I also doubt that. Oh! Beetle getting the job done there. No blocks, I'd rather sack with an Obnixilis. Right? Goodbye, Battle. Gaining life by making the devil before we plus on the second. They take 2, we gain 2. Now they're going to be distracted with these Obnixilises instead of my health total. All right. We've got a blocker. Really? It's all yours? What's that? You got 1 card in hand. That beetle is so good. That was so clutch, it's not even funny. So now it's just gain 2 life. They have to kill this devil. Gain 2 life. While simultaneously dealing 2 damage. Thank you.
Your punishment is my
Gorge in play. Hold up, go for the throat. Or try to Tyvar something in play immediately. As an additional blocker. All of the 3-mana Planeswalkers are really cool. I almost just wish, like, Kato, I guess, would be really good in the deck, too. Going first with nice land. It is very slow, though. How we end up with 3 slow land, I'll never know. But we'll do our best. Ooh, enchantment decks are fun. I guess we know we're playing. We just played against them. Prior to this, let's get Bedell out. And, I mean, this is good value. Unless they discard a Kami, right? That would be the best discard, I think, for them. Because they can bring that back, right? Yep. Yep. Another commune. Interesting. Double Planeswalker? Think. Minus on one for a Duval. And plus on the other. And now, for one card, we got 3 bodies. Well, actually 2 bodies, because this was already a 1/1. But, nonetheless, we can bring that beetle back later. Calyx in the house. Okay. Lily is out with a healthy -2, taking care of Calyx. We are plus Adelphia on our Obnixilis. Discard card, take damage. That was an Audacity. It's not good unless they have a creature. Okay, for 1 to 11, and we are almost halfway there. They do get the Kami back. And I'd imagine we lose Liliana. Kami for 2, down to 10. Nice. Ossification. What's it going to take? Kami to 3. Obnixilis? The one at 3? Or Liliana? Okay.
Don't think you're some big hero.
Briefcase. Briefcase. Harvester. Sack the briefcases. Plus Liliana. We're an empty hand, no discard. Lily getting that value. Getting that value. And, yeah. I think Obnixilis is going to take a plus here as well. Gaining 2 life. They lose 2 life. No attacks. We have plenty of defenders. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. Another Ossification. Legendary. Taking our second Obnixilis. Watch them cast 3 of them in a row. Lord have mercy. What you got, Willis? I like this. Oh! Very nice. You are a legend. So's this top deck. And that is going to open up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nearly lethal. Very, 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 very close. Good game. You've gone wild. Going first with 4 land. A 1-drop. A 2-drop. A 3-drop. Okay. Tyvar will -2. Pulls a sick creature. Little Dixie Doodle. Ooh. Counterspell, of course. No. Interesting. It's -2. Okay, we lose the walker.
It's not a victory.
Grab the Cankerbloom. That's going to push up the Geist. Hit for 2 to 16. The Celestis, they're tapped out. What do we want to do? Casualty later, because it's hard to counter. It's a nice hit. 8 damage, down to 8. Right? We could, if we wanted, dunk on the Celestis. Should have done it. I should have done it. They wouldn't have had the mana. What do? You know, it's hard to really know these things. I mean, this has got to be close, right?
Break free and fight.
We're getting after it.
Families call me their adversary. I like that.
I mean, I have plenty of life. It would just stop the attack, which I don't think is too terrible. And I'm sure they would just deal with the token easy peasy anyways. Down to 3. You know, that is close, baby. They gotta kill these Planeswalkers, you know? An Edict? Soul Partition's very good. Okay. Takes the token out permanently. Oh, gosh. Are you gonna tell them, or, you know? Oh, no. Let's proliferate. This has hexproof. Lethal, easy peasy. What's up? What's up? What's up? That was a nice showing of the deck. I think we're definitely onto something here. Meow. Our opponent goes first. You know, it's not great. It's not bad, though. I mean, there's 3 cards we can play, and that opens up the 3rd. Damage output against a control deck is important because we don't obviously want to allow them to, you know, take 10 turns. Let's try to trim that down to 5. Hopefully. 6, 7. Less than. Okay, we can absolutely dunk on it, and I will. Immediately so. Nice. It's a good start. So, Wandering Emperor. Do you think? Almost assuredly so. What else would it be? I'm not attacking into it. Absolutely not. No. I don't believe life gain is important here either. They might... Okay, they're they're discarding. This is good news. Obnixilus. Underrated. People are not giving your boy enough respect, I'll tell you what, but they will be soon. We played him in the Grixis deck, we're playing him in the Jund deck, and he is killing it! Alrighty, Jund Walkers, interesting. Should we move into some 4-mana Planeswalkers with the deck? Sorin comes to mind. Luca? Not really, I don't think Luca would be good. Maybe. It's hard to say. What other Planeswalkers would we include? If we were to include more. Vraska, you know, my mind kind of goes to that. It's pretty expensive though, is the thing, right? But really nice, like that proliferate and removal with the -2. I think Vraska would be very, very good in here. I thought about some other stuff as well, other than Planeswalkers. Strangle, some more red I would love in the deck. The removal's cool too. Safekeeping can help us protect, you know, our goodies, but at the end of the day, we'll just replay it. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Make Disappear. You know, I'm so sick of Sheoldred's Edict. So maybe we counter it, I don't know. Only really available once Wrenn's in place, which makes it less consistent, but pretty good. Go for the Throat. We actually added that in because I hate Sheoldred. Bloodthirsty is actually really interesting. This could go in the deck because you could still pay its kicker ability to recast instant and sorceries. Stacking +1 counters, it has haste if you bring it back with like Tyvar, right? So, you know, we were thinking about that. We're also thinking about Rivetier's Requisitioner for the treasure and the draw, and then the Scrap Gorger to control our opponent's graveyard. But, you know, you have to ask yourself a question, how often do I need to do this? Is it every match, every second match, every third, every fourth, every fifth, right? Because you might want this, but you might not need it. So that's going to, you know, depend on the current meta. The Rivetier's Charm, you know, just fairly good value. You know, it too can help control the graveyard by exiling it while acting as removal and potential card advantage. So, you know, food for thought, and also, you know, flirting with Unleash the Inferno in that same fashion. It just produces so much value, right? 7 damage to creature or planeswalker, excess damage to artifact or enchantment, total mana value less than that excess, you'll get it killed. So very, very nice potential additions to the deck. Of course, I'd love your feedback. And while you slam in to that comment section, we do have 2 more packs. I got to hit the local game store. Of course, we did open 2 boxes of Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth. If you haven't seen those, check it out, right? Oh my God. There we go. I know. Easy, HGG. Don't rack those cards. Those are collector cards. Now, this is a March of the Machine Aftermath Epilogue Booster. Blot out in the house. Very shiny. Beast of the Victorious Dead. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I think that might be like an alt art as well. Then we have a Plarg and Nasiri. Nearly unplayable. Well, it's a commander card, you see, right? It's not a standard. Full art. Arya's Oathsworn. I like this card. Hopefully we get more Knights in Eldraine. This is an alt art holographic training grounds. Actually worth a couple dollars. Very nice. And there's one more hiding. An additional holographic Arya's Oathsworn. Well, you said you liked it. I would really like a Narset. No, not Narset. Nissa. Nissa's in the set. So that's not bad. A couple cool cards. We do have one more pack, and it is a Modern Horizons 2 booster, which is super exciting. So don't go anywhere. You know, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that, and all the other content as well. And like I said, if you enjoyed the pack openings, I opened 24 collector boosters for Lord of the Rings. Some crazy pulls, so definitely check that out. And just have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Peace.